wanted to call and ask if you guys had heard anything about the House Joint Resolution 86. That's the proposal to turn down the FCC rules for personal privacy on the internet.
All right. What about that one?
Sure. So actually, we didn't vote on the House resolution, but we did vote on a Senate joint resolution. So the Senate Joint Resolution 34 was brought to the floor yesterday. The Senate passed it first. It nullifies a rule at the FCC which would place additional regulations on, this is very important, internet service providers, otherwise known as ISPs. You maybe hear that term a lot, as it relates to data collection. Now, remember, ISPs, that's like your local cable company or your telephone company, whoever you get your internet from, the entity that provides the pipe, so to speak. So like your rural telephone cooperative, for example. And it was, was hailed by the Obama administration as an internet privacy rule. And this was another one of those midnight rules, one of the things he did late on the term. The problem is, as you look at it, the Federal Trade Commission already has privacy jurisdiction. In fact, I just met this week with the FTC chairman, and we talked specifically about this because the FTC has this very good protocol for protecting privacy within industry, and it's on a case-by-case basis. But the FCC put this very onerous supposed protection regulation on internet service providers. And by the way, internet service providers don't have access to a lot of private information, very little, if any, in fact, because of the encryption technology nowadays of websites. But here's the real irony. Groups like Facebook or Google, whether they're called edge providers, Google, of course, the main search engine, Facebook, one of the bigger, obviously, social media, social networks, they don't have these same laws, these same protections as the FCC imposed on the internet service providers, Scott. So it was duplicative, it was confusing, it was inconsistent, and it really could hurt innovation in our country. So we passed the CRA yesterday to eliminate that rule or overturn that rule. So now it is on the way to the president. But it's one of these things you're going to hear demagogued a lot. People are going to say, "Oh my gosh, my privacy's up for sale now by my local rural telephone cooperative." That's just not the case, and the FTC is much better positioned now. The FCC chairman, Ajit Pai, who I also just met with this week, is going to rework the rule and come up with a more reasonable rule that's in conjunction with the Federal Trade Commission, so there's a consistent rule and it's consistently applied so that you don't have all this confusion and recognizes the entire ecosystem, if you will, of the internet in its totality. So there's a lot of people going to be, like I said, demagoguing this issue because it's easy to say he's against privacy, but the reality is you also have to have innovation, and we're not against privacy. We think that our approach will protect privacy much more so than the FCC's.